Thank you all for being here. I would love to hear in the chat first where you're from, what you've been feeling, and if you feel you've been experiencing any level of contact already. We'll let some more people jump on. I think we had close to 100 sign up this time, which is about twice as many as last time. So that tells me something, that this subject is something we're all really feeling, I think, and very curious about. We can tell things are happening, right? We see it even in the mainstream. So I'm here today to kind of tell you a little bit about what's going on and help you move into a state where you receive more contact if that's something that you're interested in. Just checking, can someone let me know? You hear a little bit of background music. There's some gamma frequencies happening in the background and my voice is okay. I just always like to check because it's different every time. Good morning from Texas. Oh, the French Alps. Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, thank you. I'd love to hear more. South Carolina. You're not there yet, still trying to figure yourself out to receive, right? That's a lot about what we're going to talk about today. Oh, Michigan. Yeah. Oh, hi. I know a lot of you. I've either been doing readings for you or you've been in my oracle sessions. It's just so beautiful. I think we've been doing this about a year now, these light code activations. There was a few months there where there wasn't much happening, but the Lionsgate portal is already scheduled for next month, 8/8, and it happens to fall on a Saturday too at 10 a.m. So Jessa will email you all the links after today's session when she sends you the recording. And I do recommend practicing again with the recording. These experiences have a way of unfolding and blooming, and it is very much a practice. It's really meditation and regulating your nervous system and opening and expanding your energy field so that you can rise into these resonances. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but it is a practice. So each time that you practice an experience like this, you tend to get a little bit better, and or different things open up and expand for you. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, India. Oh, great. Thank you for representing your country today. We've had light code activations where everyone was from the US. We've had light code activations where we had so many different parts of the world represented. We've had some activations where we only had women. I feel that the right people, the right souls come together for each of these experiences depending on what we need to collectively amplify, anchor, activate, and ignite. Punta Gorda, Florida. I was there when we had Hurricane Irma. I had to evacuate and I was homeless for a short bit, and I lived in my parents' home in Punta Gorda for about 5 months. Steph says thoughts have been manifesting very quickly the last few days, and you never use that word. Interesting. So that sounds like a bit of magic, and I love that you said that. I'm going to start just talking about what we're going to do today while other people are still popping on. It's Saturday morning, but I love that you brought that up, Steph, because this is the 7/11 portal, July, which is the 7th month and the 11th day, and it's very much kind of an ignition type of energy. The councils have called it an energetic launch pad, if you will, and it's about also igniting your sovereign blueprint. What is a blueprint? Think of an architect creating blueprints for a home that's going to be built. You came into this life with a soul blueprint, who you decided to be, who you were choosing to be, who you and your guides agreed was best for your highest evolution. And they usually use the words to accelerate manifestation. Like, this is a powerful, potent time, this 7-Eleven portal, to accelerate that manifestation. At the time of this recording on this 7-Eleven portal, there is a new moon on Tuesday. And as it applies to contact, I really want to share a few things with you that are super important. First of all, everyone has experienced contact. You are that manifested in this human form. So contact is 100% of all of humanity, whether they are aware of it or not, whether they're living a life of love and truth of peace, or if they're living a life of darkness, they still are part of the all. Everyone is contacted in some form or another. Also, if you're here today, you are a soul volunteer. You are from the higher dimensions. I don't like to say you're from there because it's not really accurate, but for how it makes sense for us talking about this today, we are all from these higher dimensions. We have volunteered to live in this time on earth when we are in a rapid awakening and ascension process. I just got chills speaking those words. This is an unprecedented time on earth. I understand it feels chaotic, noisy, violent. It feels like maybe we've lost connection, but I assure you, we haven't. We are literally experiencing the death throes of a dying old world, an old world that was trying to assert control and siphon energy. Humans are a resource to some lower vibrational energies. And just like we might see a field of corn and see it as a resource, as energy, as fuel, humans to some energies are considered a resource. And in the minds of those beings, they don't see it as negative, just like we might not see it as negative to eat corn. So there's just so much judgment and polarization and intensity going on that you are being asked to, we'll say, retract from, to soften around, to root into trust and truth of who you are, and that you are in fact a higher dimensional soul being that has incarnated in a very important time to carry light codes. And I could just go down so many rabbit holes and spend all this time talking about what that is. But you are very important in this awakening, and we are the kinds of people who typically don't feel like we fit in here. And what's really going on, and why is this so absurd when we could just be living in love? Well, those are your true home frequencies, and you are here to embody that. And when you embody that and activate your light codes, you actually affect thousands of people around you. And then those thousands of people keep rippling out, and you alone actually have the power to activate and shift the energy of then millions. So it only takes about 8 million people on Earth carrying these light codes to shift the entire 8 billion. So let's talk about ways we've been feeling contact. So there's just a lot of like kind of misconceptions. Contact is not about getting your binoculars and looking out into the stars looking for spaceships. There are many beings that are residing in the 3rd to 4th dimension. And I believe from what I've read and heard that does seem accurate, they have discovered about 69 separate species that have been documented by the military. Now, none of these are violent. They are so advanced that they already would have taken us out if they were violent in any way, shape, or form. But because we set off an atomic bomb in 1945, they have been concerned because what we do affects beyond the multiverse. So we have some rogue CIA factions of the government with trillions of dollars. They have created beings. And anytime you hear about an abduction or a cattle mutilation, these are not the natural beings of the fourth dimension. They're definitely not star beings. These are specifically CIA. So it's really important, if you are paying any attention to any sort of media, that you understand the truth, and that we will continue to be just inundated with false information to try to keep us in states of fear. But the star beings that we're talking to today, talking about today, connecting with today, and inviting in today, they are from the fifth dimension. And they do not really manifest in our 3D reality. They might be able to manifest like a hologram. You will eventually, if you keep practicing, be able to lift and raise your vibration to the point you can see them. So a lot of channelers will say something like, oh, dragons left Earth when the Earth fell down into the third dimension. Well, no, the dragons never left Earth. They're fifth to seventh dimensional. We lost our resonance due to distortion, and we dropped down into the third dimension, and then the dark ages and everything that you and I have been incarnating over and over and over again to literally correct and to return this planet back to unity consciousness. So today, we're not trying to connect to a mantis being. It's okay if you do, but we're not trying to connect to a spaceship or one of these 69 species, which there's way more than 69, right? There's alternate realities, there's multiple timelines, there's like 10 light years away. But these beings are also our future selves. It gets really trippy really fast. So today we're not really trying to connect to like a spaceship or beings that we see a physical 3D form. We're connecting to the fifth dimension. And I love that when I posted the imagery for today's light code activation, one gentleman said, what's with like the big eyes? And, you know, he was just kind of questioning that. And I was like, you're right. Fifth dimension, like Pleiadians, Sirians, Andromedans, Lyrans, we name them and we create what we think they would look like, but they're actually mostly energy. They don't really have physical 3D eyes, because the 3D is the density, the polarization, the separation. Once you start getting into the fifth dimension, things start to flow. It's more consciousness. So without, again, spending all the time just talking about this, I hope that has given you a little better of an understanding of, you know, what's really going on. And the connection really comes from your heart. So a lot of times we are trying to use the mind, and this stuff can't fully be understood by the mind, right? Can't really be understood by the mind. There's just some things that our human biological nervous system, mind, and five senses can't understand. It can only really be felt and known. And that's the invitation today, is to expand your energy fields, to feel, to tune inward to your heart, where truth resides and where you already have all of the universe within you. There is nothing withheld from you. It's whether or not you're practicing the connection, practicing listening. So a couple things that are going to help you in this breath work and guided activation. One is the councils have been pretty loud about this. They brought it up in my last Oracle session. If you're part of my Substack group, it's the $9.99 a month, $9.99. I'm now offering twice weekly Zoom sessions like this, where I'm channeling guides and beings, and you can be a part of that and ask questions. But they said this last week, And then I already hear them saying this for the new moon on Tuesday, but they're saying, stop with the waiting, wanting, wishing, hoping. So how that applies today is if you're waiting for contact, you're blocking it because you have already been contacted. You've always been contacted. So don't wait for something to happen. I do quantum hypnosis with people, and I get a lot of people that say, I can't be hypnotized, or, oh yeah, I did that once and it didn't work on me, or I was still like awake and there and nothing happened. Well, that's on the facilitator, because if they don't explain to you how to do this process and what your mind is going to try to do to you and what your 3D mainstream programming has taught you about yourself and cut you off of your, magic, then it's not going to work. So again, release the waiting for a sign, waiting for a symbol, waiting for a message. That waiting is energetically screaming to the universe, it's not happening. And so you are constantly co-creating your reality. So if you're energetically a beacon of it's not happening, it's not going to happen. And that goes with the hoping, right? Like we hope for more peace in the future, but you're hoping, you're an energetic being of it's not happening. And when we want something, and I know what that's like, I wanted to channel for over 10 years and it wasn't happening. For me, it was divine timing. I had to wait until my children were rooted, but I kept wanting. Do you see my fist? Like when you want, it's like you're just yelling, I don't have it. And then you are handed, I don't have. So today, I'm going to ask you to use your imagination. That is the most important part of connecting, of having these profound contact type of experiences. And we all have accidentally been cut off from that. For me, I was afraid of monsters. Like I could see shapes or something when I was a child, and my parents would say, oh honey, that's just your imagination. They didn't mean to cut me off from my imagination, but that's what we're taught in the 3D world. So the way the imagination works is when you start imagining what you want it to look like in the beginning, when you start using your imagination to create color, to create sound, to create a mystical environment, before you know it, you have married yourself with spirit, with source, with the beings, with the guides that you're wanting to connect with. And then they have that connection. They basically have your permission, and they can start to offer you what you're ready for in the means of contact and connection. So trust that everything is inside you, that you already know, that you're already being contacted. Relax, expand your field, use your imagination to make that contact, and for sure give permission, because this is a free will planet and they are not allowed to intervene with you unless you give your permission. So that is also important. Okay, I did forget to kind of go over signs. So ear ringing has been crazy for me this year, that year. All of a sudden I'm like talking to somebody like, oh, hold on a second. Dreams, we get contacted through dreams. Synchronicity, signs, repeating numbers, like if you see 1111 or 222 or 333, these are all signs of contact. Some of us will hear a voice. For me, it's on the right side. That's how I channel. I can tell my left side is my like thinking, processing mind. But whenever I hear spirit or guides or beings, it's always somewhere over here. But again, it's coming through the heart portal. That's how we connect. Light anomalies, orbs, all kinds, right? All kinds. But one more thing, I kind of mentioned it, but this is about tuning your dial and rising your frequency. some of you have heard me repeat some of these stories, but a dragon came out of my canal with my eyes open, and I put my hands on its head and had this moment. And another time I reached out with my eyes open and I was able to touch what felt like a blue star being. And again, that's what I've realized. This is our natural state. We are beings that are meant to reside in the fifth dimension and above. So this is about opening, relaxing, all those things I mentioned, expanding, and then you're raising your vibration into this frequency where they then can appear. And it can be very energetic. Again, if we're waiting to see this like blue being, like that looks like this, you know, in this specific form, you're blocking the connection because they really are not physical. So that's why they can come in as like energy, shapes, if they can come in as a feeling, it can come in as a direct knowing. Okay, I'm going to invite you to get really comfortable. I highly recommend laying down if you can. If you're in a chair, that's totally fine. Hopefully you can kind of rest your shoulders and your head back. Because this is the 7-11 portal, I do want to take you through a breath work that is challenging. And so I say that because you are welcome to breathe in whatever way that you can. So do not get down on yourself or frustrated if you can't do this breath work today. Breath work is just like if I handed you an instrument you never played before, you would need to practice and learn to play it. And breath is the same. So this is going to be an inhale for 7 and an exhale for 11. And that's why it's challenging. So if you're struggling, if I'm counting to 7 and you're kind of struggling to get there, or if you're trying to exhale for 11 and you just feel this kind of struggle and strain, let that go and just breathe your deepest inhale and longest exhale today. Whatever that looks like for you is perfect. And I'll tell you, some days I can hold my breath for 5 minutes. Some days I can barely hold my breath for 30 seconds. So also every single day is different regardless of how practiced that you are. And then we'll do a couple of rounds, and then we're going to hold the breath at different parts of this as well. And you might have some tingling, you might have some euphoria, you might feel a little dizzy. So again, only do what feels good for you. And if it's too much, less is always more. All right, so I invite you to close your eyes wherever in the world that you are. I love that we have people from other countries represented. And I invite you to imagine that we are all energetically holding hands. And that's why these light code activations are so powerful. Even the people doing this on the recording, time is not real. Everything is happening now. All of your past lives are still happening now. All of your future lives are happening now. Your off-planet lives, your star being lives are happening now. And that's why we can connect to these energies in these ways, because we are connecting to ourselves. Before we drop into this breath work, allow your belly to round out. As you inhale, the belly rounds out. This is something most of us have forgotten how to do if we're not experienced breath work practitioners. Most of us are breathing very shallow from the chest, which keeps us in states that we don't want to be. So your very first, most powerful tool truly that you have to connect and make contact is your very breath itself. You might even allow some exhale sighs as you release the breath. Can you notice if there is any tension between your eyebrows? Widen the eyebrows. Soften the globes of your eyes, allowing them to expand in all directions. Soften the small muscles around your eyes. Travel to the backs of your eyes. And now journey down into your heart, allowing your awareness to lower. It almost might even feel like liquid honey. You might feel tingling and sensations behind the eyes and the third eye, and you might feel this sensation moving down into your heart space. To feel your chakras also take some time and practice. Allow your experience exactly as it is today to be perfect. Allow it to be exactly what you need. Invite in sensation in and around your heart. It could feel like energy tingling, a light pressure, an opening, a fluttering. You are a living stargate. You are the portal. You are the star being who has volunteered to be an earth being in this time. You are asked to enjoy your life, to lighten up, to seek wonder, joy, love, bliss. You have everything you need to experience the most blissful, loving, fulfilled human experience. You would not be here if you had not already incarnated over and over and over, helping to restore Earth to 5D consciousness. Many of you are still carrying residual imprinting of past lives, fears, worries. These are gone, and you are asked to consciously release them. We'll now move through the 7-11 portal breath work. Again, breathe in your most expanded way. Let's all collectively allow a long, slow, deep inhale, belly rounding out. And exhale, release. And now we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, in, out, in, out, in, out, Out. In. Out. In. Out. Two more in. Out. In. Out. Hold. Just holding a few moments at the bottom. Now through an O-shaped mouth, loud, deep breath in. Hold your breath at the top. Invite in a few more sips of air. Pull up your pelvic floor, gently press your belly out. Just a few more seconds. Exhale slowly. Deep inhale again, same as before, O-shaped mouth. Exhale, hold the breath out. Hold, breathe when you need to. Relax your body. It is in stillness and emptiness that all of the answers to all of your questions can be found. This is contact. Maybe you're still holding. Breathe when needed. If you haven't yet, deep inhale. And exhale, release. We'll move through a second round. Strong inhale through an O-shaped mouth, followed by a passive exhale. Let's begin. Hold out the breath, gentle holds. O-shaped mouth, deep inhale, hold at the top. Hold. Allow another sip or two in. Pull up your pelvic floor, press the belly out. It's very gentle, very soft. Soften behind the eyes. Release with a sigh. The deepest breath of your week. Inhale. Let it go. Hold it out. And hold. Maybe it's moments, maybe it's minutes. Allow your body to lead you. Return your awareness to the center of your heart. Imagine a beautiful sphere of golden white light glowing in your heart. Feel the connection of everyone here live and on the recording, amplifying collectively our hearts. With every breath, this light expands, filling your chest, filling your entire body. Keep breathing, allowing the energy to extend several feet beyond you. Remember to use your imagination if needed, until you find yourself or feel yourself resting inside a luminous field of your own consciousness. Simply become available to experience what is already present. Now before you, imagine a pathway of crystalline light appearing. This crystalline pathway of light stretches out into infinity, and it's shimmering with soft, iridescent colors. Begin walking or perhaps floating along this path, trusting that will lead you to exactly what is meant for you today. In your mind and in your heart, invite, give permission for connection, for contact, for remembering. Part of the rules of Earth is that when we are born, a veil of amnesia helps to keep us focused and centered on our human existence. Invite the veil to thin and lift for what is most resonant for your heart and connection. With every step along this path, your awareness becomes lighter, clearer, more expanded. Your physical form becomes lighter, freer, completely released. You are traveling somewhere. You are remembering a level of consciousness that has always existed within you. You see ahead a magnificent doorway made entirely of living light. Use your imagination if needed What does this door look like? What is it made of? Are there any symbols on the door? Is your name written on the door? You might even see light shining through and around the door itself. As you approach it, place your hand on the doorway. It opens effortlessly. And what you see, sense, and feel beyond this door is a vast field of radiant light. Take a moment to simply notice. What do you become aware of first? You might see something. You might hear something. You might feel a presence. You might simply know. Often when we begin to make these contact experiences more powerfully, we often are simply held in a bit of a void space, which often acts as a recalibration chamber. Just being relaxed and in stillness is enough. Trust your experience. Now gently ask within yourself. Ask from deep within the heart, who or what is present with me today for my highest good? Notice what arises. Maybe you feel tingling or healing somewhere in your body that's needed. Maybe you see or sense a being or a collective. You might simply feel a presence of love. Trust your very first impressions. Now ask yourself, how are they communicating with me? Perhaps images, feelings, symbols, words, light, knowing. Now ask, what is in my highest to remember today? if it seems really simple, trust that. Sometimes a single word can change an entire lifetime. Now ask a final question, knowing you can return here at any time in quiet contemplation. Ask if I remembered who I truly am just a little bit more, what would naturally begin to change in my life? Gently thank whatever consciousness, wisdom, or presence you experience today. Know that you have opened a door and that more insights, impressions, dreams, etc. will continue from this moment forward. Whether you saw or felt something extraordinary or simply practiced stillness, honor your experience exactly as it was. Begin walking or floating back through the door, following the crystalline pathway. Notice what you're bringing with you in frequency, returning in higher resonance, expanded multidimensional consciousness. All wisdom available at all times. Feel your body once again. Notice your breath. Allow it to deepen. Allow the belly to round outward on your inhales. Allow it to return to source on the exhales. Still remaining in peace, expansion, softness, relaxation. The invitation that we continuously offer is that you are not being asked to do more or to do less. You are simply being asked to remember, in the softening, all things become possible. Bask in the light of knowing, of truth, that all has already been done, and you each are simply a lighthouse, an anchor of the new earth grid, shining your light so others can remember their way home. You are only asked to live your most loving, joyful life, following the things that light you up. You were never meant to struggle. You were never meant to suffer. Be the way shower that courageously releases these low density energies, and know that just your presence lights the way for others. Feel the love and tingling in and around your heart. Allow your field to continue to vibrate and radiate these higher dimensional frequencies as you move into your day and into the weeks ahead. Practice this as a foundational self-care ritual. It is of utmost importance for your well-being. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Continue to deepen your breath, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, allowing yourself to come back to where you are, who you are if you left your body. It's really important to stay really well hydrated in general, but also with all of these energies that are activating, awakening, and shifting. Once you come all the way back, I would love to hear in the chat if you experienced anything you'd like to share. Jessa has dropped some things in the chat for you already. Thank you so much. And if you're like me, when you come out of these, you're a little bit challenged to even put words together. Trust that she is going to email you as well the recording. And we have a couple of special offers that are just for you if you've been participating in these light code activations. So there's a discount on a single soul question. It's an $11 discount. I've also created a really potent new reading that I'm excited about for you. It's actually a first contact soul profile, and there's just too much in it to really tell you now at the end of this call, but it will tell you which beings are wanting to contact you, how they're contacting you, where you are in your process of contact, where you are in your awakening. So much. And I believe it's like a $70-something discount that we're offering you in that. And Stephanie says, you saw a being with a bright light behind it, telling you to let go of the darkness. Oh, I'm getting chills all over, like it's erupting up my body, without fear, and as sovereignty is already here for you. Wow. And I just got a second wave of chills. That is so powerful, and that is everything that they have been saying. You are already it. You've always been it. You already are your oversoul. You already are God. You have access to all of these things. And we're confused because we've been told we have to try, we have to study, we have to learn. Yes, you do have to practice, and you do have to have some consistency in your practice, but you don't have to try. You don't have to learn anything. You just have to relax and expand and remember who you are, that this 3D world told you you're not. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I don't want to miss anybody. Let me scroll back. Wow, some exciting things. You got to see and feel hugs, and love from your past loved ones, mom, grandma, grandpa. You saw some of the others too. Yeah, I love that. I didn't even share that those kinds of energies could come through. So I love that you fully trusted and were open to that, because again, we are our oversouls, so our loved ones in spirit are star beings, right? It's like such a kind of confusing thing sometimes to wrap your mind around. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, thank you. I feel gratitude too, and it's nourishing, right? That's the thing, we're always trying. That's what they keep saying. Stop the trying, the forcing, the wanting. It just creates frustration. Just bask in the love and the energy, and it will all come flooding in and surround you and change your life. And miracles. You are a miracle. You're a walking, living portal, stargate miracle of infinite potential and possibilities. Isn't it exciting to truly start remembering that? But I'll say it also comes with a little bit of cognitive disillusionment. Sometimes people are telling me they're having a lot of anxiety, and people have a lot of things falling out of their lives, like relationships and job changes. So if you've been feeling kind of crazy, well, that's a little bit part of this ascension process too. So that's why that self-care is so important. Light body of your twin soul. Cool. Writing something on your palm and drawing a heart, and they came back with you. I think something more is going to unfold. I'd love to hear that too. Please do send us emails, because I know that, like this, for example, you said writing something on your palm. I have a feeling you're going to receive that message like in a dream or something. It will continue to present itself and manifest. As I said, something about yes, back with you. A little mouse in your pocket. I love that. And you went back through the doorway, down the path to your home, and into your crown chakra, and flattened into your head like Ratatouille. Well, He's a kind of a cool dude. Very empowered little rat mouse, I think. I once had a frog in my heart, like a tree frog. I was doing this chakra journey, and when I got to the heart, it kind of scared me. This tree frog was just like there, staring at me, and a frog is a symbol of transformation and abundance. So I highly recommend Googling mouse spirit animal symbolism, because I could tell you, but it would take me a while, and it's really, really powerful. So thank you for trusting that, because people sometimes, if they don't get like a lion, they're like, oh, my spirit animal wasn't that cool. Well, it's cool. Like, everything is cool and everything is symbolic. So thank you for trusting that. Let's see, we felt like something, pulling things out of me. Nice. And I literally said something about healing because I felt that happening for more than one of you. I felt that some of you might not literally like see or feel an actual star being, but that you might be feeling different healing in your body. Because when I do quantum hypnosis with people, it's really cool, but sometimes I'll see it on their face. I'll get to this certain part and I don't want to give anything away, but they'll be like, oh, I'm not seeing anything. And, I know how to do this. I'm really good at it. And I'm like, trust that. What do you see? Do you just see black? They're like, yeah, it's just black. I don't see anything. And next thing they know, they're like, oh, wait, I feel something. And this happens all the time before you really receive contact and the guides start coming in and you start channeling collectives and stuff. When we do this privately, because I'm asking you questions and you're answering, and so it's a much, 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 much deeper experience than when we're doing a collective. But again, a lot of times people are just held in stasis, and energy work and recalibration and such is done on them before they get anywhere else. So I had a feeling, so I love that you felt something was being pulled, things pulled out of you, because I was sensing that too. I love that you feel lighter. Oh, and then a big blue and pink flower. Oh, this is so fun. This is so exciting. And also, you felt like you're floating underwater. Oh, and free falling. Oh, I think you were ready for today's light code activation. And that happens a lot too. Sometimes when I do these quantum activation sessions, I'm just taking them through breath work, and then I will start taking them through a journey, and they're like, how did this happen? I was already there. I was already seeing exactly what you said next. And I'm like, yeah, well, everything's connected, and your guides and your higher self already knows what you're about to experience. This is like a co-created, healing and activation. And so it's interesting how often that happens. So that sounds like because your guides knew you were going to be doing this today, and I can already tell you have these experiences all of the time, but they were already kind of preparing you in this water-like kind of falling feeling. And an elder male too. Yeah, a lot there. Pleiades, star nations. Exciting stuff. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. I do still have a spot open for Egypt in September. We had posted everywhere that it was fully booked because it was. And then 2 of the retreat guests who know each other decided to share a room. And this one room has been open for someone that I feel is meant to join us. And then that's during, actually the Egypt is during a full moon and the fall equinox. I don't have time to tell you how powerful it's going to be. So if you feel called to that, like this is the time. If you didn't already hear, on the summer solstice, 12 pyramids on 6 continents started to activate. There was activity underneath, and it's a real thing that the new earth grid is activating. Oh, I just got chills all over. Apparently when I go to Egypt, there's some souls still kind of floating in a certain astral plane from the great cataclysmic fall of Atlantis and the flood that are still waiting there. And another retreat guest who's coming with me, the councils are saying in one of the temples we need to do a little ceremony and help do a couple of things. It's really, really interesting what's happening. And then in October, during the new moon, I have a Bali retreat with Sarah Bressman Cosme, who's always on Gaia, and a master hypnotist, and all these wonderful things. And that's going to be so beautifully nurturing. So many good things. I also have a Chamber of Soul Gifts, quantum activation coming up in July, so keep an eye out for that. I have a new human activation course, so it's a little bit like today, but a bit deeper, and it's like a whole journey and a whole bunch of other things that go with it. So if you are wanting to be in that space of activation and receiving more of these things, that can be really helpful. I have a channeling mastery course, so I find that a vast majority of people who connect with me and like to do these things with me, it's because they're meant to step into these types of endeavors as well, whether it's personal or you want to make a career out of it. But like, you're here because not only are you part of the 8 million out of 8 billion soul volunteers that have been incarnating since 1945 and way before that, but now it's like very concentrated. It's a mathematical equation, but many of you are part of the 144,000 soul group. We wouldn't know each other if we didn't, and that's like a specific group that tends to be more of like teachers and you know, if you have the desire to do readings for people, or if you've always wanted to step into your gifts but you didn't know how or what to do or next steps to take, I'm so good at helping people do that, because again, most people just have wrong beliefs. They don't understand the imagination. They don't understand that it's already happening. They think they have to learn. They think they have to try. And they sit in these energies, like mentioned by the councils of waiting, wishing, hoping, wanting, and they just stay blocked year after year after year after year. So I love to help people with that. And then I do so many private sessions, tarot readings, channeling, quantum energy, soul retrieval. So reach out, and I really hope to see you on the next light code activation, which is the Lionsgate portal 8-8. And I just want to see if anybody else had any messages here. Thank you, Jessa. All of the links are there. I'm going to leave the Zoom going for like another 10 minutes or something. If you want to grab any of those links, and we will email you as well. But I see a couple more messages. I don't want to miss any of them. Oh, INKE was written on the door, Steph, and you felt floating. Ooh, and the words queen, healer. I love it. We are so powerful. We are all that. It's just like, oh, this world, it just made us feel like we were nothing. But a lot of us, myself included, because I now remember, like, I remember being burned publicly, executed, you know, I remember being executed. And so we don't even realize it. We're living in this like 2026 right now, and we want to step into our gifts and we want to talk about these things, but we're still carrying this imprinting of it's not safe to, but actually it is safe now, and you may have been living lifetimes. So that feels like you, Steph, where they're helping you like remember. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. And yeah, love you all, soul family. Even if we haven't met in this lifetime, we know each other. And yeah, I mean, they keep saying it, just live in love, live in joy, laugh, sing, play. Oh, that's been coming through a lot lately too. Like, everybody's so serious, and they're like, lighten up, because your energy is what, again, is changing thousands and then millions and then billions, and we're doing it together. Yeah, I gotta go too. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you soon for a private session, in one of the workshops, in a training, on a retreat, or next time on the light code activation. Thank you.